Okay, so now we are here to talk about changing the treble strings on the guitar. And in the bass string changing video, we talked about how the bass strings go dead, and that is why you change them. With treble strings, they don't go dead so much as they get scratchy. And so if you are playing with fingernails and you've been polishing your fingernails and working on your tone, but no matter how much you polish your nails, your tone is still scratchy, lots of times that's actually because it's time to change your treble strings. So now let's take a look at what the slight difference is with changing treble strings from changing the bass strings. So here you can see that I have removed the third string of my guitar. Again, we count the strings from the treble string number 1, number 2, here's my missing number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. So I'm going to change string number 3, and just like changing the bass strings, we start by taking the end of the treble string and sticking it through the hole in the bridge. We want it to extend maybe 3 or 4 inches so we have plenty of string to work with. Just like changing the bass strings, I'm going to loop this end of the string around the length of string to create a horseshoe. And also, just like changing the bass strings, I'm going to take this end of the string now and wrap it around this loop 2 times, and then I'm going to pull it tight. Here's 1. Here's 2. I pull it tight, and then I would pull the other length of the string. But here's that one change with changing the treble strings versus the bass strings. When you change string 1 and string 2, you want to take this end of the string and actually wrap it around the loop a 3rd time. Because if you don't, these 2 strings just might pull out and cause the end of the string to whack into the face of the guitar. You may have noticed that many guitars have a little gouge in the face of the guitar right here where that exact thing has happened. So, one last time here on string number 3. I have my length of string. I have my end poking out. I'm going to wrap it around 1 time to create my horseshoe. And for string 3, I'm going to go around that loop 2 times. If I was doing 1 or 2, I would go around 3 times. So here we go. Around the string once. Around the string twice. I pull the end taut. And then I pull the length of string tight. And you can see that as I do that, it causes that knot to come into focus. Okay, now let's head over to the headstock of the guitar and we'll attach this treble string to the other side. Just like with our bass strings, the first thing we want to do is make sure that the tuning peg itself has its hole going straight up and down. So that's not happening yet. I'm going to adjust this machine until it is. And I want to take the end of the string, put it through the hole toward the floor. And just like with our bass string, I'm going to take that end of the string and bring it up the far side of the tuning peg. I'm going to wrap it around the length of string 1 time to create my horseshoe and tuck it straight back down the far side of the tuning peg. We don't actually tie a knot, we just simply create this one single horseshoe around the length of string, pull it tight, and then apply pressure on the loose length of string to lock it into place. Here's this little subtle final step, however. Notice that right now, the end of my string is not actually locked into the little hole here. It's just sort of laying near the hole. What I'll do now is I'll begin to tune the string up, and as I do, the hole goes around and away from me. And once it gets about 45 degrees around, I'm going to loosen with my right hand the length of string. I'm going to pull tight with my left hand the end of the string, and then I'm going to reapply pressure with my right hand to lock that string into the hole. Looks like we're not quite far enough around yet for that to truly lock in, A little further, I pull it tight. Oop, there, it's locked in now. And watch as I send that string all the way around. I'm going to help the loose end a little bit around. You see how it's taken one complete revolution and that string is still locked into the hole. I'll pull on it just to be sure one more time. But that's what we want. We want the string to be locked into the hole so that it won't come undone. And that is changing your treble strings.